talk a little bit about what that first date meant to you, and maybe share a little bit of what, as viewers, we didn't see.
Yeah. So when Chris pulled me out, I didn't know exactly what was going to be happening. But when he said, Claire, you're finally going to get your one-on-one time with Claire.
By the way, I know it looks awful. I didn't realize he canceled. When Chris canceled that rose ceremony, I was like, let's do this. It's on. It's on.
Yeah. No, I was like, that's all I wanted the whole time, was just one-on-one time. Cause there, had been other guys that had gotten it up to that point. And I think I even said, once we get time together, uninterrupted one-on-one time, it's a wrap, and so I was excited. I didn't know what to expect as far as the date, but.
I mean, I could have easily just been like, I could have easily dumped you. Sent you home. I mean, how confident is he right now? How confident he's all it's a wrap.
You gave him the assurance, Claire, to make him feel confident.
Was what we were feeling together. It was undeniable. So I said I was going to make her fall in love with me one way or another.
Oh, you think you got this in the bag?
Once we got the one-on-one time, I was like, well, that's why we're here today. Goals.
I did the same thing to Brian, so I actually understand this.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, but that's all I wanted. I just wanted time with Claire from the moment I got there, and as much as I could possibly get. So once we got it, whatever it was, I was happy.
Mm-hmm. Thank God they didn't make you go back to the guys after the overnight and everything.
You couldn't,
because I was like, I don't know, after the night, and especially after our date, then I was like, I don't know how I can go back in the house with the guys. But also, like, and Claire and I talked about this, I wouldn't have felt comfortable with it. And I know she wouldn't. Like, it's like, what do we do now? What do we do now?
And let's be honest, it was a date and a fantasy suite. I mean, let's just call it what it was.
Let's just knock it off.
You probably had more time overnight during that night than we did in fantasy suites.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. What people don't see is that we had that, essentially, that from as soon as it got dark, it was like a 2 or 3 hour dinner, sit down dinner, which we did not eat the food because it was so hot out. And it was like,
you never eat the food.
You never
eat the food. It was bad. But we sat there for like 2 or 3 hours, and I don't get nervous very easily. And I was so nervous because it's easy for me. I don't know. It's easy for me to talk to guys and have conversation, because I do that every day, work at the salon. I have conversations all day long. But with him and that level of vulnerability of telling him for the first time that I loved him was like, I was so nervous, and I just see my lips quivering the whole time and trying to stay composed. But it was a long dinner. And then he didn't know I had the surprise for him of Chris and Bree.
That was unbelievable.
And that song, I still cry, and I still play it every single day.
It's your song.
Shout out Chris and Bree.
Oh my God, they are just everything. They also did a cover of what you guys didn't see, Beyonce XO. Yeah, Beyonce's XO, and it was the most beautiful thing ever. They're amazing.
Yeah, that, like, I literally have goosebumps right now thinking about it. And we've talked about how much, literally for the last few months, like, we can't wait to see this back, because in that moment, and anyone who sees it, I know, like, who saw it, it's undeniable what we felt. And it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful.
It was one of those moments where you're like, it can't get better than this. It cannot get better than this in life. Like, it cannot get, this is everything I ever dreamed of. And that's why when I feel those feelings and I look back and I watch it and I remember those thoughts, it's like, I know it's hard going through the process, and know it's hard watching the guys on the other end struggling and not knowing what's going on. And it's hard. It's one of those really hard situations, because in that moment, my heart is like, I understand what they're feeling. I understand the frustration, but to honor myself and to honor the feelings of what I came there for, and to be in that moment of like, this is exactly what I wanted, and this is exactly what I came here for to do. And I found it. Yeah. I found it.